Good morning and welcome to our weekly men's volleyball press conference. We will start the press conference with an opening statement from head coach Alan Knipe, and then we'll open it up to questions from the media.
Well, thanks for being here. Just to recap a little bit of last week, I thought there was some really good things that happened in each match, but what I liked the most was really the difference from night one to night two of the collective response by our guys. There was some things that we did okay at Santa Barbara. We just didn't do them long enough when we were up there, and I think that that learning how to make those adjustments is a big part of the season, especially with the Big West with the back-to-back series. So, as we continue to go, if we can stick with that idea that you want to get better, as we always talk about, 1 or 2% better in the week, but you want to continue to get better to complete the week. So throughout the match, each set, and then the adjustments made from night to night, and then complete the week. And I thought the guys did a pretty good job with that, and I think it's evident by some of the things that's happening in the gym right now, where we continue to have guys, even late in the season, pushing for playing time, pushing for roles, pushing, the quote-unquote team one. And that's really healthy, really, really healthy for our gym, and healthy as we continue to go deeper and deeper into the season. We look forward to another opportunity to do that this week. We get another chance at what we just talked about, the week itself, 2 good matches, get on the road and play a good UH team.
Coach, this was a little different than some of the other weeks that you guys have had in conference. You have 2 road games, and obviously you have a little bit more of a travel schedule. How do you prep the team getting ready for that in this week?
Yeah, travel in a unique way is a good thing for a team, in the sense of you get them kind of in an isolated situation, and you have their attention even more sometimes than you do at home. But how you prep for it is that you prep for it all season long by the trips you take, making sure that you're getting out on the road and playing against teams and playing back-to-backs, and even this year we played back-to-back-to-back. So that's the only way to prep for it.
Coach, you did mention the difference between night one and night two. Also, it seems like you guys have been challenged on the road a good amount, like with UC Irvine and UC Santa Barbara, and you were able to really meet the task. How have you seen your team really progress? You had a tough one at Pepperdine where you were able to pull it out, but
Yep.
maybe going from there to now your team's performance on the road.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the Pep match was important for us. It pushed us early in the season, and it showed some good, and it showed some things we really, really needed to get better at. But to be honest, when you think back at that now, it seems like almost another season ago. Even though it was really good for us to where we are right now, because it helped us, especially in those weeks after. But the other ones, yeah. I mean, the conference is good. Obviously, the Big West Conference is ranked at the top of all statistical categories right now, and that's for a reason. So it's a great conference to be part of. But I think that when it comes to playing on the road, and to be honest, it's not something we really talked about. So I don't really put a lot on that. I think it's more the quality of the team, and I think our guys really, really enjoy the moment, and competing. And there's a lot of really good teams in our conference and throughout the country, for that matter, not just our conference. The quality of volleyball overall, the last 5-10 years that I've been coaching is pretty spectacular. Not just the athletes, but the coaches that are coaching in the game, the brand of volleyball that's playing, the support of the game itself, the environments we're playing in, full packed arenas. A lot of these have the Terraflex floor down, so it looks like a volleyball arena. It feels like a volleyball arena. It has a lot of the international, professional to Olympic feel, national team type feel. And I think it's exciting to be part of. It's why guys are drawn to play the game to start with. So I think when you get those opportunities, and there's lots of them throughout the year, not too long ago, there was a few on your schedule that would have that feel. it's getting to the point that there's lots of places throughout the country that the athletic departments are getting behind the sport, the conferences are getting behind the sport, and it's really a fun environment. And I think the reason why I say all that is because I think our guys really, truly enjoy being in those situations, whether it's in the pyramid, which is obviously our first choice, but if not then, not here, then be in that situation wherever, because that's what you want as an athlete. You want to challenge yourself, and that's certainly it's what you think of before you get to university to play volleyball. You're thinking of those moments in those matches, and yes, the end of the season one is real important, but there's some really, really special ones along the way that are memories for a lifetime for these student athletes.
You were able to hold UCSB to 0-12 hitting in that last match, and they were hitting in the negatives for a much of the match, and your opponent hitting percentage throughout the season has been well below 200 and top 5 in the country. So could you say that this team has really improved in that aspect? Is that something you look at after the match-wise as well?
There's no doubt. I think our block and defense is trying all season long to catch up to where the offense has been. And I think that there's lots of reasons for that. But primarily, we have so many new pieces on the floor this year that the majority of the time in the fall was really offensive driven. And that was a choice, So whereas, if you look at last year's team, there were so many returners that at that time of the year, it was more balance of what we were really working on, and this year it was highly, highly offensive. And there's been a significant push, for the last month or so, maybe even more on the block and defense side, and that starts obviously with the serve. And I thought that it was really, really good on Friday night here, like all components of it. Our serving was good, our blocking was good, our defense was good, our transition was good. And we've had a lot of matches throughout the course of the season that times our serving was really good, or even that we blocked a lot of balls, but maybe we didn't dig as many as we should, or our transition number wasn't where we wanted it to be. But we feel like there's significant improvement that has been made. And I just think that's an area of the game, not that we can't get a lot better in other areas, but that there's still a lot for us in that area. I think the guys are really buying into it.
One of maybe a difference in your lineup this past week was having Kellen Larson be the full-time libero, if you will.
Yeah.
Is there progression in his serving libero, I guess you could say, where you have him out there all the time?
Yeah, we could go a lot of different ways with that right now. We made that adjustment night 2 of Irvine. Just I don't know. I just think that, to be really honest, why I did it, it has no disrespect to anyone who's playing in the defensive spots. I think that those guys, we're very fortunate who we could play any of those guys. But I felt like for Kellen, I thought that maybe it would be a little better for him all around if he was out there on the defensive side as well, because on the offensive side, all you are is under duress and under the microscope a little bit. And on the defensive side, you're a little bit more freed up, right? It's a little bit more about effort and energy, and he wasn't getting any of that. And that was a decision I was making. So I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I wanted to give him a little bit of that opportunity to be freed up, to just compete and celebrate a little bit more with the guys when we're scoring points, and see what that turns into in his all-around game. And it's not to say that we have to stick with it. We certainly have some guys we can put in there at any time. But I think it's been really good for his game, and it's been really good for his just commitment to the whole flow of the game instead of just one aspect of it. So, that's why I did it. I don't know if we'll stick to it or not, but I certainly like a lot of the things he's doing.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.